What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and Borussia Dortmund just won their opening Champions League game at Beşiktaş. We picked up 3 massive points on our road to qualifying for the round of 16. So we're going to go through our series here where we take a look at 5 takeaways from the match. So if you guys are excited for it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's get into it now. Alright, guys, so after that big result, which I appreciate everyone tuning in for the watch long, it was a lot of fun talking with you guys, but there is a lot of talking points to talk on, so if I don't touch on any of the takeaways that you want, be sure to comment them down below, put them in the comment section, and we can elaborate on them there. But I'm going to take a look at my very first takeaway. And my very first takeaway is the fact that we got the results despite the system. And when I say that, we picked up 3 points away from home. That's fantastic, especially in the Champions League. Beşiktaş is not an easy place to go. I thought they attacked the game relatively well. I thought they'd create big chances, but we got it done. We got the 3 points. That's all that matters. But the system itself was kind of all over the place for me. I mean, it looked to me like it was playing in a 4-1-2-1-2 with Royce as your cam, Holland as the lone striker, and instead of having your partnered striker, you have Mullen way out on the left-hand side. It was just a little unorthodox, a little awkward, and a little disjointed, to be completely honest. I think Marco Rose really needs to figure out a way to play a system that suits his personnel, because the diamond midfield for me doesn't do it. We lack width. There was no one at times on that right-hand side. Most of the times you had to see Bellingham have to commit that way, or Meunier palm up and down the pitch, which is, I guess, what you're supposed to do, but it just looks just a little disjointed, and I feel like if we could find a 4-3-3, which almost looked like we were playing at sometimes, especially towards the end of the game, or a 4-2-3-1, it just, Marco Rose needs to find a way to get the formation locked down instead of keep trying things. We're already getting a little deeper and deeper into the season, and I'm still afraid that we don't know what our best 11 or our best system is. So despite that, they played decently and got the result, so that's all we really need to focus on that. Second takeaway we're going to take a look at is Gregor Coble. And I would say he's one of our most important players right now, and I say that for reasons of experience. Experience watching Roman Bürki time and time again be one of the most inconsistent keepers you're going to find. And if Bürki was in the net today, with no disrespect to Roman Bürki, I don't think we would have won. I think we probably would have ended up in a draw, because Michy Batshuayi had a gorgeous opportunity to make it 1-0 for Beşiktaş, and it was a stellar save by Gregor Coble, and he's made a few of these saves. He made another save on Batshuayi later in the game as well. He makes these saves time in, time out, and these are ones where last season would go in. And if that Batshuayi's goal went in right away, we've been down 1-0 and been fighting against the game for the majority of it, and who knows how it would have went out. Coble steps up big when needed. He makes these saves. He gets the job done, and he has been, honestly, probably the signing of the summer so far, because he just answered the big hole we needed, and that's just consistent goalkeeping. That's exactly what we need, and that's exactly what he brings. And I know he's conceded a lot, and I don't put pretty much any of the goals on him. He's been fantastic, and he was another real reason why we were able to sneak out with all 3 points tonight. Moving on to my third takeaway, it'd be a shame if I didn't mention him, and that is Jude Bellingham, because for me, he was the man of the match and then some. I put it in the chat, and I've never seen the most consistent response. Every single person pretty much said that he was a 10 out of 10 performance. I saw a couple 9s, but I also saw a couple 11s, so, you know, I balanced it out. Bellingham was amazing. He just keeps getting better and better, more and more confident. Got in a goal, got an assist. When I talk about a trident of players right now, I'm looking at Royce, I'm looking at Holland, and then guess what? I'm looking at Bellingham, because he just continuously comes up into play. He gets involved when he needs to. He can put the ball in the back of the net. He's actually a relatively good finisher, considering he's a center midfielder and just a young, fresh, raw kid coming up and just getting better and better. He's going to be quite the baller someday. And the one big point on today I want to point out was not only getting involved when he needed to and getting in the goal and assist category, but he also backtracks, and he lost the ball, I believe, further up the pitch, and he was able to get back and have a massive, massive block. He's got quick feet. He's just the whole package, and we are so lucky to have him in the midfield right now, because he's really that engine in the room, and I think he plays really well when he's got Witsel behind him, as well as Dahoud, which I'm hoping to see going forward. Usually when we see him, it's mostly just partnered with Dahoud, but he's the whole package. I'm proud of his performance today, and I hope he just continually gets better and better, because he is definitely one to watch. Now we're going to move on over to my fourth takeaway. My fourth takeaway is taking a look at Marco Royce and Donyell Malen. A sort of a neutral takeaway, because I don't think that Royce had his best game. We're talking about that in the chat a lot, that some of his first touches weren't there. He just almost looked like he wasn't into it, and I thought at halftime, I actually I actually called two things. I called that we'd win 2-1, by the way, so, shout out to Josh. I also said that I thought at halftime Witsel would come on for Royce. I was wrong. Witsel did come on, but he ended up coming on for Brandt, which I thought was very interesting because I thought Brandt had a more impactful first half than Royce did. I thought Royce had a much better second half than his first half, which is why this is kind of a neutral takeaway. And it was just an interesting point to say, just because maybe it's a little bit of his legs getting to him. Maybe he's just tired, that he went to international duty. I'm not sure what it was, but he didn't quite look like the Marco Royce that we knew. And then talking about Daniel Malen as well, I thought he was pretty impressive. I mean, he didn't score the goal, which sucked. We all want to see him break that duck, but the fact that he's starting to learn how to adjust, and whether this is Marco Rose or it's him, I mean, he was playing as a winger today. We did not play a winger formation. We played a 4-1-2-1-2 with one striker and then one winger, which was very awkward, but he played it well. He's growing with confidence. He's taking on players 1v1, and I think it's sooner rather than later he's going to finally get that goal. It's just a matter of time because the confidence is there. He could have had 2 glorious assists today that just wasn't able to get buried, and I think it's a good performance he can take on because we need him to perform. We need him to keep going, and if we are ever going to try playing with proper wingers, maybe when Hazard comes back, Malen is a lock for me on that left-hand side because he looks and acts like a proper winger, and I'm hoping those performances can just keep going up, especially having Guerrero behind him I think will help with creativity, and that the goal will come sooner or later, but the fact that he didn't score today is why it's kind of a neutral, given a good performance, as well as Marco Royce, who had kind of a poor first half, but made up with it with a half-decent performance for him in the second half. I just wanted to throw that point out for you guys to see if you thought it was fatigue or whatever reason it may be why Royce wasn't fully firing today. And the fifth and final takeaway, kind of a bummer, it's the clean sheet. It is, and we were making a lot of jokes about, oh, would you rather get the clean sheet or Moukoko to score? And I said I'd rather Moukoko to score because the record. Well, Moukoko didn't score and we didn't keep a clean sheet, and it is cause for concern. I'm sorry, it is. We were pushing up very deep late in the game, and I don't know if it was because we wanted to see Moukoko to score or what it was, instead of just sit back and kind of defending and seeing out the match. We kept going for it, and like I said, we almost scored and should have scored. Knauf missed a wide open net, put it off the crossbar and out, and then Beşiktaş came down from a set piece, which I said if Pjanic is going to do anything, it's going to be dangerous balls being whipped in the box. He put in a peach of a ball, tacked very well, nice header in the back of the net, nothing Coble could do about it. No clean sheet, set piece defending, it's the same stuff over and over and over again. It is, and if we can't clean it up, we can't keep conceding goals. We need to eventually get a clean sheet, but we can't keep conceding late goals from free kicks. Now, we got away with the 3 points, yes, but that is a huge bump on what could have been a really, really good match, because we've seen it so many times late in the game, pissing away points, honestly, from free kicks. And I know we won and we got the points, but once again, the last thing I'm going to remember from this game is the fact that we gave up a free kick goal. Set piece goal, can't defend it, couldn't get the clean sheet, and it's a bummer. Marco Rose still needs to find a structure that can tighten up a little bit more at the defense. All in all, I'd say this game's like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. It was not convincing by any stretch. Beşiktaş did very well, give them credit, and we got lucky-ish to get the 3 points, but at the end of the day, we did pick up all 3, so absolutely fantastic. So I hope you guys did enjoy our 5 takeaways. If I didn't touch on any of the takeaways that you guys wanted to, be sure to comment down below, and if you guys haven't yet, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, friends.